Hi gang, this is Mike G from Mr. GTV and MrMikeGarner.com. Not talking to you with a brew, but I feel like I need a brew because I'm in the UK now. Starting to get back on track with my presentations and what I came here to do, which is to not only connect with family and loved ones, but to actually do presentations, workshops, and catch up with my one-to-one clients and corporate contracts. So since I landed here, it took me just over 2 weeks. I landed 2 weeks today to get used to UK weather. I am a Manchester lad, rainy city. Used to northwest weather, ups and downs. And it's been ups and downs. It's sunny today. I'm in North Wales at my daughter's place. I'm just relaxing on my bed in the bedroom that she's very kindly provided for me. And it's took a while to get back to the weather, the time zone, changing water and food, just the environment here, which we tend to underestimate, that we are connected to nature, which is something I talk about all the time. But you are in a cycle, in an environment, in a biorhythm with everything that goes on around you. You've got to live harmoniously with elemental forces. So everything that you consume, the water, the food, the air that you breathe, the foods, the moods, the people that you vibrate around, the environment that you vibrate around, whether you're in nature, whether you're in a flat, a concrete jungle, whether you're out in a rural area. I'm coastal here. So the first thing that happened with me, I had to get over the time zone. I mean, Thailand is 7 hours in front of the UK. Now, I work a lot at night, so I'm pretty much on UK time, because most of my clients come home from work at 6 and 7 and want to speak to me at those times, which is sort of, I'm starting work at midnight and you'll have seen me online very late at night. And then I obviously work with people in the UK and all over Europe, but then I slipped back into Thai time while I was there, and I was stuck there for 3.5 years. Couldn't get back to the UK because of COVID restrictions. So I got really locked into that environment and that rhythm. Although I was working at night, so I was like a night worker. So there was a time zone difference and there's a water difference. I was living on an organic farm that I created, a retreat, eating organically, and now I'm eating as I normally do, which is Catherine's preparing some lovely food. I'm going out and buying lovely food. It was my birthday yesterday. It's the 18th of May today, whenever you're watching this. My birthday was the 17th of May. Went out for a great meal at Hickory's with the family. Lovely. Well, I've not been out like that for ages. Years. And had a beer and a cocktail that my son bought me. Fantastic. Thank you, Stephen. And, it's just great to be back. But you have to adjust, adapt, reacclimatise, get into the vibe of where you are. Catherine at the moment has gone out. She's done the school run. Because I've been quite rough the last 3 or 4 days, I've not been online so much. But my body's been readjusting, but my mind's alive and alert. My body's been rough. You can hear it in my throat. I didn't eat for 3 or 4 days. I was on dry toast and boiled eggs and cups of tea with very little milk, because I had almost like dysentery. I was just flushing out because of the change of environments. It's a massive effect when you move around the world, and it doesn't have to be a move around the world that causes that massive effect. It can be any sort of change in your life. You think of the times in your life when you were ill, when you were down, when you were low, when you felt slow, when you were out of sorts, you lost your balance, you got a cold, flu, or maybe something even worse. You can generally relate that with times in your life when there was massive change going on, and quite often negative change. When things are going well, you feel well. When you're going through massive change, which can be traumatic on the body, exert pressures on the body and the mind and the emotions, that's when you lose your physical equilibrium. You start to express symptoms. And I do daily healing, and I eat really well, and it still took me 2 weeks to get back to balance. And as you can hear in my throat, I'm still not there. But I'm looking after myself, and my family are looking after me, and my friends and loved ones are looking after me. And you've just got to go with the flow. There's a lovely expression, which is when you're going through hell, keep going. Now, I'm not going through hell, but I'm going to keep going. Just keep going. But you've got to be aware and mindful of the effects of change. And I've got lots of techniques that I use myself because it's what I teach and preach. And I've still succumb physically to the change. Like the song goes, we're all human after all. I live in the same world as you. I've got all these techniques and strategies and built-in, anchored coping mechanisms. But at the end of the day, I'm human. It's going to get to me. But it gets to my body, not to me. In other words, I'm aware of it, but I'm not letting it get me down. In fact, I'm presenting today. And I had a great birthday yesterday. And tonight, all being well, I'll be hosting a tutorial group at Aspire in Colwyn Bay for some lovely ladies who are on a journey, week 2, of some energy healing, Reiki development, personal growth, spiritual development growth. Can't wait to be amongst those ladies. Great energy group. And if you look back last week, I was with my daughter, Kat Garner, presenting some amazing stuff and demonstrating some phenomenal Qigong energy techniques, just to give evidence that this stuff works. So how are you? What's going on for you? Are you going through hell? Keep going. Go through hell, and on the other side you'll be well. Go through hell, and on the other side you'll be well. Don't get stuck in hell. And also don't get stuck in happiness. Just keep your balance. You've got negative and positive. And don't get stuck in over positive. Don't get stuck in over negative. Just be aware of the duality. Light and dark. Good and bad. Up and down. Left and right. Yes and no. And keep going. Witness it all. Don't let it get to you. Maintain your balance. When you're aware that you're physically low, when you're aware maybe that you're emotionally low, or mentally low, or spiritually lacking in energy, just keep going. If I can help you, I'm here to help. I've helped myself, and I've received tons of help from my family, friends and loved ones. And this is part of your team. And don't forget that you also have a spiritual team. You have invisible entities around you all the time, which is another subject, and people might think, oh, he's getting a bit woo-woo now. But you really do have extraterrestrial or other dimensional metaphysical beings, spirits, angels, guardian angels, bodyguards, if you like, your soul group around you, past over loved ones, and a whole team of people who are there to support you. And if you ignore them, you're missing a trick. You might not believe that, but I believe I can prove it to myself and prove it to you. And there's lots of people out there talking about this stuff. I mean, don't be fooled by the bullshitters, and there's plenty of them. But people who are giving evidence, what I call of conscious contact with other dimensional beings, and they're around you all the time, and they want you to be well, and they don't want you to be in hell, either now or in the afterlife. So have a wonderful day, witness yourself, be aware of change, accept change, in fact invite change, because you don't want to stick in a rut. You always want to grow. It would have been very easy for me to stay in Thailand. It would have been very easy for me to stay in the UK and not go to Thailand. But it's all part of the playground of life. We're here to experience as much as we can while we're in this physical incarnation. I could pull a sickie and not go tonight to my training course. That would not be me. I always turn up. I say yes to an opportunity. Say yes to lots of opportunities, embrace change, but witness yourself, manage yourself, and allow other dimensional beings, spirits, God, whoever you believe in, that's real and positive for you, to assist you through this journey while you're in this incarnation. And be powerful, enjoy your mind. As I say, I'm back now. I'm definitely on recovery of the massive change of environment and lifestyle of what I've experienced in the last 3.5 years coming back to the UK. But I'm really happy to be here, and I'm really happy to help if you need my help. You know where I am, and you can contact me on any page where you're viewing this presentation. And I'll be doing lots more presentations, demonstrations, be workshops coming up, opportunities to do one-to-ones with me, either online or actually for me to come to you or you to come to me. And just keep checking back. Take care.